In a couple of weeks, I'm starting an 18-week marathon training block, and I'm going after another PR. Which sounds great until you remember I have 2 kids, a full-time job, and an entire life that doesn't really care about my training plan. So before September 7th gets here, I need to figure out how I'm actually going to make this work. Your girl is 5 days away from her period, so black it is. Today is a rest day, but you're gonna hang out with me today. Oh, good morning again. I finally got the house in order. I was dying to organize the living room. It's probably the area of the house that gets the most turned upside down because it's basically where my kids live all day long. They like to just play in the living room, which I'm perfectly fine with. I absolutely love it. I hate the thought of them eventually hiding away in their room when they are teenagers. I love having them out in my space where I can just see them and kind of enjoy and listen to their conversations and just their creativity. I organized the kitchen, organized the living room, and I'm finally here to talk to you guys because we have 2 weeks until our Dopey Marathon 18-week training plan starts. And I really, really want to take the next 2 weeks to kind of learn what my season looks like. This season is very different from last year. The only consistent thing is that I will be using the same plan I used last year. I will be using the PFITS plan, and being that I am in a new season of life where I have both kids going to school, so the mornings are slightly more chaotic. I have both kids to get ready and constant reminders of eat your breakfast, brush your teeth, get dressed, let's go. And I am loving this season, just taking some getting used to. I am not waking up at 5 a.m. yet. I have always been a 5 a.m.er, and will I be a 5 a.m.er this season? I don't know. I really don't know what this season is going to look like. I know that in the past, 5 a.m. has been the most beneficial for me. Getting my run or my workout in before the kids wake up has been very successful in my running career. And this season, it has been a little more difficult to get up at 5 a.m. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's the fact that we have a little bit more going on between soccer and baseball, which has started. Mind you, Saturday was our first baseball practice, and we have baseball practice tonight. Or the fact that I am now 37, and when I started this running journey, I was only 32. So 5 years makes a big difference, but we're gonna try it. We have 2 weeks to kind of figure out what this season will look like and what will work best for this plan, this schedule, this life I am currently living. So let's talk a little bit about the schedule. I have my PFITS plan printed out, and I sat down with it a couple days ago and actually wrote out the schedule. Again, we are 2 weeks out from day 1 of the 18-week plan. We start on Monday, September 7th. And that week, we are already looking at 31 to 36 miles. So I've mentioned that in the past, I did the PFITS schedule, but never hit the prescribed miles. And this season, I actually took it upon myself to do a 10-week base plan where we increased our mileage 10% per week. So I actually hit, I believe 32 miles was the highest I hit in this plan. This is week 9 of 10. And then next week, I think we hit the most amount of miles we've hit in the 10 weeks. And we have a 10-miler on Sunday for our long run. So I am excited to hit those miles. I have only done, I think my longest run was 8 miles this whole past 8 weeks. And will we hit 55 miles? I don't know. I still don't know that we will hit the 55 prescribed miles this season either, but we're going to come that much closer. And I think we are stronger runners physically and mentally going into this plan this year, this season. Let's kind of take a look at the first week. We have Monday is a rest or cross training day. I'm currently taking Monday as a rest day. Yesterday we did our long run. I had 7 miles and we hit a pretty solid leg day. So I'm really liking this schedule that we've created so far. Hitting legs with my husband on Sunday has been much more successful than leaving legs for Monday after my long run, and relying on myself to motivate and be disciplined enough to do leg day. If you know that I do not love lower body. I'm an upper body girl all day long. Back and shoulders are my bread and butter, but we are trying to maintain the legs and the glutes this season. It is a challenge every season, but this season we are going to be successful in maintaining our leg and glute muscle, because we worked so hard all summer to get it up, and we're going to be keeping it. I'm not losing it this season, mark my words. So Monday we have rest or cross train. Again, it will basically be dependent on what Sunday looks like. So if Sunday is a long run day, which it typically is, and we squeeze in our leg day, then we can definitely take Monday as a rest day. I look forward to Monday being a rest day. That whole never miss a Monday, yeah, that can go out the window when it comes to marathon training. Tuesday, we have an LT run, so a lactate threshold. The new PFIT schedule actually has an average miles that you should be hitting, or a range of miles that you should be hitting, not a specific number like they have had in the past. And he's also going based on time, so running for time versus a specific distance. A lot of runners like this. I don't particularly love it, because I would rather know that I get to 8 miles and I'm done. I don't have to run for so many minutes or hours. So sometimes it will be a shorter run because you're actually running faster. Whereas if I'm set at 45 minutes, now I know I have to be out there for 45 minutes, and I don't particularly love that, but some people do. It's all about preference, and the fact that his schedule is, or his plan is now allowing you to do that, I think is great. I think it's more well-rounded for all types of runners. Now, with that being said, I do not think that the PFIT's plan is for all types of runners. It's most definitely not for a beginner runner, and I do believe intermediate runners can take this plan and succeed with it. I am an intermediate, can I speak? I myself am an intermediate runner, but I feel that I have matured enough in my running journey to know that not every week is going to look exactly how he has it on this piece of paper. Moving on to Wednesday, we have another rest or cross-train day. Looking at this off the bat, I would probably say after an 8 to 9 mile lactate threshold day, I would probably do Wednesday and do an upper body. Thursday, we have Generobic 8 to 10 miles. So we have an easy 8 to 10 miles, in which case on Thursday, I could actually do my deadlifts or my lower body glute workout, or leave it for Friday, which is also a rest or cross-train day, and I can do my lower body on Friday. Saturday, we have 4 to 5 recovery miles. That would be great after a lower body day. So I can do my deadlifts, my glutes, any posterior chain workouts on Friday, and then come Saturday, have my recovery run. Sunday, medium to long run, 11 to 12 miles. So we are hitting the ground running, literally. We have 11 to 12 miles in the first week, which actually fits in perfectly with our 10-week base plan. And on week 10, we have a 10-miler on Sunday for our long run, leading us into our first week of marathon training. And our long run is 11 to 12 miles. So I think on paper, it looks completely doable. It looks great. It looks perfectly planned. But then does it fit into my actual life? What the training plan doesn't know is that I have 2 kids. It doesn't know that I have to work a 9 to 5. It doesn't know that I have to get my kids somewhere at 5:30. So I have to make this schedule work in my everyday life. And those are the hard questions that we have to ask ourselves when we decide to take on these major goals. It's not that we can't do it, but does it fit into the life that we are currently living? Are there things that we can maneuver, like going to bed early and tracking our nutrition and make sure that we are hydrating and fueling properly to be successful in a plan that is this demanding? I already know there's going to be plenty of times where I'm going to tell myself I'm exhausted, I don't have the time. And will it be true? Yes, absolutely. There will be times that it will be true, but more times than not, it will be an excuse. And that's where we have to make the decision, is this something I really want to do? And if you have answered yes, then you have to make the sacrifices. The sacrifices have to be made in order for a schedule like this to work. You have to go to bed early. You have to say no to certain plans that obviously you want to attend, but just doesn't fit in your current season of life. If this is something, and it doesn't have to be running, I'm talking about any major goals you have, career changes, just any major goal that has been placed in your heart. If you absolutely want to succeed in it, you have to make the sacrifices. So ask yourself, does this fit in the current season that I am in? And is this something that I am willing to sacrifice for? And if the answer to those 2 questions is yes, then I'm so excited to get started with you, because I don't know. I don't know in the end if I'm going to PR, if I'm going to succeed in a full weekend of running, 4 days of running. I have never in my life ran 49 miles in 4 days. But that's the whole point. That's the point of challenging yourself, giving yourself something that seems so impossible, and finding out if it's possible. I think that is just such a beautiful thing that we as humans can decide to do. Wake up one morning and decide, I am going to reach for this major goal. So I'm excited to get started. We have 2 weeks to kind of figure out a schedule that's going to work for us. And life's going to throw curveballs. What works for us this week may not work for us next week. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, we're going to put together a flexible schedule. As the career building and goal-driven and powerhouse moms that we are, I think it's going to be an incredible season, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. As for right now, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make my breakfast now that my house is organized and I can finally sit down and focus on work and nutrition. I'll talk to you guys later. If you're ever feeling bad about yourself, just know that this is what my bed currently looks like. After I just got done saying that my living room and my kitchen are perfectly organized, I was also in the middle of finishing laundry. So if you ever begin to feel bad about yourself, just know we are all doing it together. All right, so for an extremely unprepared Monday, I think we have managed to get it all done in a timely manner. We're now at baseball practice, and I now know that I definitely cannot perform like this in 2 weeks, because we probably won't be as successful.